Welcome, ladies and gents, to update 208. In this update, we received some quality of life adjustments, brand new cosmetics, and 2 new DLCs. This video will be reviewing all paid content to inform a potential purchase should they be up your alley. First things first, the purchasable cosmetic DLC, the Guardians Tailor pack. This one takes current and ancient journeys inspiration, with modern streetwear for the threads, and mythological beings inspiring a set of 4 new masks. Personally, I'm pleased to see masks back in the bundles. I think these designs are awesome. We received 4 more creature-inspired masks with the Azure Dragon, Black Tortoise, White Tiger, and Vermilion Bird, matching with the colour scheme of an outfit each. In only covering your heister's mouth and nose, they maintain a large portion of their personality and just have really slick designs overall. The quality of these took me by surprise and really makes this tailor pack stand out amongst the crowd. As for the outfits, we have 2 separate designs with 4 colour combinations for each. All 8 of the cosmetics come with a unique pair of gloves and can be mixed and matched across designs. Overall, I tend to prefer more of a classic suit style, but I have to say, these outfits when worn as complete sets look phenomenal. It'll never beat a suit and tie for me, but as far as $3 cosmetic packs are concerned, this one goes the extra mile and should really be worth consideration if the designs appeal to you. Moving on from the cosmetic DLC, of course we received the weapon pack about a month ago, so the old trio of DLCs is just a duo in this update as we embark upon the second heist in the City of Gold campaign. This is the Ukrainian prisoner heist, a $6 DLC that can be played without purchase via CrimeNet Online. As the name indicates, the one and only Vlad Kozak is at the heart of this one. Narratively, the boss of the Golden Dagger Triad, the group which we wronged during the Dragon heist, is out for revenge and needs information on the Payday gang. Vlad, careless as ever, was the only one that this Yufu Wang could get his hands on. Gaofeng's insider intel has pinned down a captive Vlad's location to a San Francisco dockyard, with torture at the hands of some sadist, Sun Kang, almost a certainty for our Ukrainian friend. Fortunately, the City of Gold crew is already in the area. The Ukrainian prisoner heist is tremendously unique. It can be approached in both stealth and loud, with variety being the name of the game here. Not only is there also plenty of RNG to keep you on your toes, but choice-based objectives return in the latter half of the heist. This has existed in the past, at least in a sense, with Bullock's Mansion dictating the objective based on which location you reach first. Here we get a very simple left or right decision, which does make a tangible difference to how the heist goes in both styles of play. I'd say there probably is an optimal choice here, but you can be comfortable with any direction you choose as they're reasonably well balanced and offer some fun surprises to each run. What I would say immediately is how much easier this heist is in stealth when compared to loud, especially at the upper end of the difficulty spectrum. I spent over 3 hours grinding through this DSOD heist on stream before we finally got it done loud. Admittedly, it was much easier solo, without the added distraction of chat, but it was noticeably harder, and more time consuming than in my stealth runs. This heist map is huge and honestly not that densely populated with guards, so most areas can be slipped through without alert or use of a pager. Once you're past an area, you simply don't have to worry about going back, so those guards are functionally irrelevant. In stealth, this heist tends to take no more than 15 minutes, whereas I had loud attempts that went way beyond 30. The extra variety, however, does make it feel like you're getting better value for money with this purchase, with my first 7 or 8 runs all feeling unique. I think the greatest disappointment for me here is that the objectives are virtually identical across stealth and loud. The gameplay may differ, but that feeling of being uniquely rewarded either way is missing, and it results in loud being more fun in my opinion, but stealth simply being more efficient, so why bother with any other playstyle? If you can get past that though, you will have a blast. The general format of this heist can be split into 4 parts. First, locate Vlad and access the hangar in which he is imprisoned. Second, free Vlad and prevent him from an early demise. Third, escort Vlad via skid loader to the port, and finally, escape via Gaofeng's speedboat. In general, the objectives are great, even if they are shared across different approaches. I think this heist falls in line with the basic premise of day 1 of Hoxton Breakout, but shows how far the design has come, with objectives being involved and requiring some thought and exploration, as opposed to move that car or drop those planks. One of my favourite objectives that's a loud exclusive is found when you have to use gas to clear access to an office room. The devious thing about this is that you will have to drill the canister out of the rear of a SWAT van turret, which is a great idea, bearing in mind we know they must carry gas, but also incredibly challenging as the turret will be shooting at you as you try and force an entrance. I also like the use of Chinese characters on one keypad objective as a clever break from standard numerical keypads in stealth. Without spoiling every objective for you, we use a camera module to locate the freight container, which houses Vlad, before forcing our entrance and breaking him out. At this point, we're faced with a time-sensitive objective, where if we're not fast enough with either adrenaline or a defibrillator, Vlad can actually end up dying and failing the heist for us. Again, a really unique take on the point of no return mechanic. To be clear, Vlad's pretty damn messed up when we find him, so don't expect a chipper, wisecracking contractor to join us on this heist. Instead, he simply limps out of the hangar and straight into the bucket of the skid loader driven by Gaofeng's inside man. A pretty Vlad way of getting rescued if you ask me. If you were disappointed by the lack of Kozak dialogue, don't worry, I'm sure he'll be back with a bone to pick soon enough, and the tape record in his makeshift cell does fill a gap.
Can get me to talk with a stupid flashlight battery? I will burn down your entire world for this.
It doesn't say all that much lore-wise, but does hint at Vlad having some enemy within the Payday gang, serious or not, and gives a little insight into both Yufu Wang and Sun Kang, two characters I'm certain we'll have a chance to kill in the not too distant future. Irrespective of how you've approached things so far, you'll still be following the loader through the sprawling docks at this point in the heist. As I mentioned, here's where you get some choice. Head right and we'll face a wide open crane objective, much easier to complete in stealth. By choosing left, we simply have to open up a gate, but the path here is far narrower and may be better for when loud and in need of cover. After a little detour in the harbour's office, which changes the pace completely with close quarters combat and high proximity stealthing that really lends itself to this heist as a more dynamic and varied one, we are given another choice. This time, right offers a nasty loud gauntlet, but simple objective, whereas in stealth it's made a little more awkward with additional civs. Left is easy enough in stealth, but provides a seriously tough challenge when going loud, as you have to operate ramps without much cover to make a path up to the port. With this, it's just one final holdout where the Triad and cops throw everything at you, from helo turrets to an array of snipers. You can even find the extra loot for the Thinking Ahead achievement at this point. Check out my guide on how to do that, as it's a little more than it's cracked up to be at first. And then that's it for the heist. Vlad makes it out alive, just about, and Yufu Wang delivers one final threat. I'm betting we'll be after that second in command soon enough. So now we know what happens, how exactly does it play? Well, as a heavily exterior-based stealth heist, it's a little easier than its interior and more claustrophobic counterparts. I found that avoiding conflict was the easiest natural approach here, and enjoyed closely circumventing cops around the scenery, or even with the truck itself to get through with minimal bloodshed. This can still be great fun, even if pager management and silent killing approaches are not so rewarding. The map leans itself towards swift and bold movement and genuinely rewards confident play, which is quite refreshing. As a stealth heist, I found it to be generally fun, offer a number of stealth environments and objective styles, and also have some genuinely useful and interesting assets to choose from. As a loud heist, I think it's exceptional. The objectives are better crafted for loud and make more sense here. AI spawn logic and placement is solid and can go from swarming your location to filling out the area and consistently attempting to flank you. Cover placement is evenly spread and sufficient, even on a huge and constantly moving heist such as this. You'll seldom feel unfairly positioned, but will need to be smart in your placement to avoid spawns at your back. At the same time, Death Sentence feels accessible, despite the distance engagements, as you can almost always find cover. In fact, the mixture of engagement ranges is what I believe this heist does best, possibly better than any other in the game. It goes from close range in the main dot building, to medium as you defend the hangar hack or SWAT van drill section, back to close as you free Vlad and resuscitate him, then to long ranges as you push to the port, across the sprawling dock front, before again being forced into close quarters gunfights at the harbour office. It's a brilliant way to bring every single build type and playstyle into the mix, meaning cooperation is the best way to get things done over the course of this heist. The way you have to play differs a lot across each objective too, with loads of cover but many entrance options during the early stages, but more limited cover from the front once you're in, say, the hangar. This heist really has me looking into how a Payday map is designed and what things truly work. To top all of this off, the escort and escape sequence can feel incredibly hectic and just brings back those classic Payday vibes, fighting tooth and nail to stay alive whilst converting cops to fight alongside you and having to frequently double back to use your scarce resources left behind. I really love it, and the challenge I experienced in this heist made it all the better. Whilst it becomes a lot easier with knowledge of upcoming objectives, it's still set to a great level of difficulty, and will see me going back far more frequently than with, say, the Dragon heist, which really was a bit of a pushover. I think where it does fall down slightly is in its setting. We've been to dockyards before and there's nothing new about piled up crates, officers and hangars. I think its greatest flaw is found in how nothing about it screams Chinatown, or has that Asian flair outside of the soundtrack, which again nails it with oriental instrumentation and that signature Payday kick. I believe this was a bit of a lost opportunity to embrace the theme of the campaign, but even so, the lighting makes it still feel atmospherically unique, and that San Francisco skyline kept me sure of where things were taking place. In terms of the more minor details of this DLC, I had some performance issues when I first played the heist, which may have something to do with the size of the map itself, but a few tweaks have allowed me to play it with no noticeable frame drops since. Additional heist achievements are challenging, with the 100 kill 100% sniper accuracy achievement certainly offering some true difficulty for completionists out there. Experience gain on this heist is also pretty good, especially if you locate those extra bags, meaning it's a decent one to add to your map rotation if you're aiming for quick infamy levels. Overall, I think this DLC builds upon the Dragon heist in almost every way. The narrative is much more gripping, and our actions seem to have a purpose to them, with the antagonists being well fleshed out and pretty damn devious. The map is more expansive, yet also detailed, and houses infinitely more interesting objectives than what we've been accustomed to. I hate to say it, but drills are starting to lose their luster, and their infrequent appearance in this heist may be to its advantage. In conclusion, this is the best DLC so far in the City of Gold campaign, and possibly even since Payday 2 started to receive content once again. I love the variety, scope and uniqueness of this heist. It's a breath of fresh air. It even evokes something of Payday the Heist in it, in my opinion, and I genuinely hope Overkill are able to use this as a springboard to launch more detailed, challenging and lengthy experiences in the future. Build on this. If this DLC review interests you enough to want to purchase your own copies, be sure to check out the description where I've linked both for easy access. I hope you've enjoyed and this video has been somewhat helpful. Let me know what you think of these DLCs in the comments down below, and I'll see you all very soon. As ever, thank you very much to my Mean Infamy patrons and above. If you want to join that infamous club to see yourself in the credits or get early exclusive access to my videos, including the story videos, check out my Patreon link below. Remember that Discord is open to all if you crave some more Payday discussion. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all very soon for the next one.